Welcome to Afton, Wyoming, as we get ready for girls basketball. It's the Cody Phillies taking on the Jackson Lady Broncs. For Jackson Hole Radio and mylocalradio.com, I'm Jake Nichols alongside Elin Olaf, and we're courtside here in Afton, Wyoming, in the home of Star Valley. It's the number 4 seed out of the Northwest or Southwest against the number 1 seed out of the Northwest, the Cody Phillies. And what more can you say about this Cody's girls team? Come into this one, I mean, there's polar opposites. The zeros are on different side of things. For Jackson, it's in the win column. And for Cody, it's in the loss column. These Phillies don't know what it's like to lose. 19-0 on the regular season, 6-0 in quadrant, on a 19-game winning streak, and, of course, ranked number 1 in the Northwest. For the Jackson girls, 0-20 this year, 0-6 in quadrant, and a 37-game losing skid if you go back to last year. And, boy, by the stats, the Lady Broncs not going to be able to hang very long with Cody. And we'll see. Stranger things have happened, but just to be on the floor with the Cody Phillies, it's funny. That was my thought, Elin, is, you know, this is a David and Goliath matchup. I have no disillusions that the Jackson girls are going to be able to beat these Cody girls, but there's something about postseason and being in regionals and being on the floor, the privilege of being on the floor with a Cody team that in our generation, I don't know if we're going to see a better girls basketball team than these Phillies.
But to be honest, I mean, Cody has passed every single hurdle with flying colors this season. Played out-of-state teams, played out-of-conference teams, and they beat them all. They're by far, if they take care of business this week, they will be going home with a region title. They will be the favorite going into the state tournament. But first things first, you got to take care of business this week if you are Cody.
Yeah. I mean, really, to put it in simple terms, even for folks that aren't basketball people, Cody, it's like the Harlem Globetrotters playing the Washington Wizards, the team they used to beat up on all the time. It's going to be tough. Cody is that good. We talked to head coach Sean Shockley about this Cody team and, you know, maybe Jackson's chances. And Coach Shockley kind of had the same thoughts I did, is, you know, just to play and see this Cody team. It's going to be good for our girls to share the floor with them. Down the line, eventually, it'll be important. But here's what Coach Shockley had to say about these Cody Phillies.
It's an uphill battle. I mean, Cody's the best team in the state for a reason. You know, their body of work has earned them the right to be that number 1 seed, and our win-loss percentage gives us the last seed, you know, and so our game plan is to try to be as composed as possible, try not to be sped up too fast to where the turnovers are fast and furious and leading to transition points. And, you know, we want to just come out and fight from the opening tip-off until, we're, as long as we can, however long that is. I mean, it's a privilege to play Cody. I mean, it's, I say that, just knowing that, they're the best team we've seen in a long time. They're the best team we've seen in a few years in Wyoming for girls basketball, and so for us to go out there and just see what really good basketball and play against a really good basketball team, it's an honor. I would say crazier things have happened, but maybe not that crazy. I don't know. I mean, for us to pull off the opposite, maybe the craziest upset would maybe the craziest thing that's ever happened in sports. They're just that superior. But, it's us going out there and just, playing at a level of competition that we aspire to get to.
Yeah, it would be crazy to pull off the upset, but you never know. And, this Cody team, it's not all Molly Hayes, although she is all world. My goodness, leads this team in every category. 21 points a game, pulls down about 6 boards a game, 83% shooter from the line. Molly Hayes does everything, but she's not alone. You got the Neiman sisters, Reese and Kennedy, that are super good, super talented. Victory Buck, who Coach Shockley said Victory Buck might be one of their best players, but you just don't know it because of Molly Hayes. But man, Cody gets the biggest thing about Cody is they're well coached and they move the ball around so well. It's unbelievable. Keys to the game: be present, enjoy your time here in the moment, and try to stay calm and not panic. Easier said than done. Let's let the girls introduce themselves. Player introduction brought to you by Young Life of Jackson Hole.
Hi, I'm Afton Chamberlain, a freshman.
Hi, I'm Naomi Roper, and I'm a senior.
My name's Jim Young Garcia, and I'm a sophomore.
Hi, I'm Zoe Bosch, and I'm a freshman.
Hi, I'm Allison Bergstrom, and I'm a sophomore.
Hi, I'm Marlo Strickland, freshman.
Hi, my name is Sofia Vasquez-Baez, and I'm a freshman.
Hi, I'm Lucy Webb, and I'm a sophomore.
Hi, I'm Sierra Johnson, and I'm a freshman.
Hi, I'm Rayna Rose, and I'm a junior.
Hi, I'm Mads Holland, and I'm a sophomore.
Hi, I'm Hayden Block, and I'm a freshman. Hi, I'm Trinity Green, and I'm a freshman.
Hi, I'm Kat Enke, and I'm a sophomore.
Hi, I'm Hunter Moe, and I'm a freshman.
Hey, I'm Allie Lane from Jackson Hole Young Life. Do you remember what it's like to be a teenager? It can be really tough trying to navigate sports, academics, relationships with family and friends, not to mention the added stress of social media, phones, and screen time. Young Life believes that every teen deserves to know that they are loved and their story matters. Young Life leaders enter the world of teens, focusing on what matters to them: fun, adventure, friendship, and a sense of significance. If you love teenagers as much as we do, there's more info at our website, jacksonhole.younglife.org, to learn more.
Jackson Lumber, the board store, Jackson's oldest business and only true lumber yard in town. Jackson Lumber's hardware people are the best in the business, and they do it right the first time. Jackson Lumber works with people who make a living building, so the tools they sell are definitely the best hand tools and power tools available, with names like Vestool, Milwaukee, Makita, Skillsaw, Senco, Fine, and DeWalt. Jackson Lumber, the board store at 130 South Gromont. Call 733-6000, 733-6000.
Now we're ready to go here. The national anthem sung. And we're ready for basketball as we'll get those starting lineups to you. Cody Phillies and the Jackson Lady Bronx, round one here at Regionals in Afton, Wyoming. And for the Lady Bronx, it'll be the senior, the only senior on the team, Naomi Roper, along with Zoe Bosch, the freshman, Lucy Webb, the sophomore, Sierra Johnson, the leading rebounder and a freshman, and Mads Hollins, the second leading rebounder and a sophomore. Young Lady Bronx team, no doubt about it. For the Cody Phillies, Molly Hayes, of course, in the backcourt, joined by Jessa Lynn, the senior, along with Kennedy Neiman, the senior. Allie Boyson gets the start. You really can't go wrong with whoever that fourth and fifth starters are. And Reese Neiman, I think both Neimans are out there. Yes, and set the tap. It's going to be Sierra Johnson up against Allie Boyson, the senior. Jackson in their road grays, trimmed in black and orange. Cody in their home whites, trimmed in the gold and navy. And it's Cody with the basketball first. Molly Hayes baseline drive. Shot comes up short, but she is contacted there in the paint by Sierra Johnson, I think. We'll have to see. Nope, sorry. Zoe Bosch picks up the hurt. And it'll bring Hayes to the line where she is money. She makes the first one. 1-0 Phillies. I like watching Cody. I think their ball movement is the reason for their success. I know a lot of it's Hayes, a lot of it's personnel, but it's the way they move the ball, and they're going to show pressure here right off. Jackson does a good job to break free of it, and Naomi Roper almost coughed it up. Now gets it to Sierra Johnson. Sierra kicks it out, top of the key. Zoe Bosch drives, then dishes, and Mads Hollins will launch. Close, just short, and the rebound goes to Allie Boyson. Here comes Cody. Kennedy near side of Molly Hayes. Back to Kennedy Neiman and Molly Hayes with a baseline three. Molly not feeling it yet. That shot off the mark. Rebound off the hands of Mads Holland and out of bounds, though. It'll be Cody's ball. Cody leads it 2-0 here in the early going. If you're just joining us, just underway. First minute of action here between Jackson and Cody. Basketball goes to Reese Neiman, the 5'11 senior. Now to Molly Hayes, and bam, she hits that three. That was Jessa Lynn with the three. Just assuming everything is Molly. Mads Holland's up ahead to Naomi Roper. Roper working on Boyson. Pulls up her dribble and now kicks out top of the key to Zoe Bosch. Bosch watched carefully there by Jessa Lynn to Roper. Naomi, 15-foot shot. No, she doesn't want it. Her pass to Holland is tipped and out of bounds by the Phillies, I thought. Yeah, good defense by Kennedy Neiman. Saw that pass coming, got a fingertip on it and out of bounds. Inbounds coming here. Bosch triggers into Lucy Webb. She's caught in the corner there and now try to get it back to Bosch, but stolen away by Kennedy Neiman to Jessa Lynn. Jessa works it into Boyson, and Allie is up and in, and there's some of that ball movement there. 7-0 Phillies. Showing again three-quarter pressure here, trying to get Jackson to cough one up. They've seen full court pressure almost all season long now. They don't handle the ball well. Good job there to get it up to Roper, but out of bounds right in front of the Phillies bench. An unforced error. Jackson did a good job breaking the press there, but Naomi could not hang on to that long pass. Cody ball.
Real quick, Jake, want to give a quick shout out and thank you to Smith Bits and Jesse Lind for making our video broadcast on my local radio of these regional games possible.
It was Molly Hayes who converted there to make it 9-0. Zoe Bosch gets run into there by Jessa Lynn, but that's not the call. It's a timeout, I think. Yes. Timeout by Coach Sean Shockley. We'll stay here. Shockley's been calling these early timeouts, and with a young team, you can see why. These are all teaching moments and settling girls down. You know, this timeout is all about, okay, here's what we talked about in practice. Here's what we're seeing in the game, and here's what we need to do to adjust and just settle things down. And the loudest court horn goes to Star Valley. It might be louder than ours. I thought Jackson's was loud. As both teams break the huddle. 9-0 in the early going. Just 2 minutes in here in the opening round of regional play. This is the 4A West battling it out to see who's going to play the 4A East Bullies for state. Lucy Webb gives it back to Zoe Bosch. Bosch tries to beat a double team here and nearly did. Now gets it to Lucy Webb. Webb across the line. She's double teamed. Bounce pass to Roper. Jackson doing a good job of breaking this pressure. This is Lucy Webb with it now. Picks up a dribble to Roper. Naomi Roper. Molly Hayes with a reach in. She's going to get a foul there, I think. Hayes stole it away, but yeah, she made contact with the arm, and Molly with her first foul. That's the first team foul for Cody. The Phillies will send a couple of new looks in. They have such a deep bench, and I really like this freshman, Ellie Talich, who I can only assume is Luke Talich's little sister, but boy, she's good. And they just keep reaching for more bodies. I don't know how they do it. There's a giveaway. Allie Boyson with the turnover, grabs it, works it up ahead to shot there by Ellie Talich, and she's fouled, going for the layup. She'll go to the line. Guilty party is Sierra Johnson, her first. Boy, for Coach Chris Wagner, though, boy, you and I could coach the Cody Phillies with a two lineup like this, right? We just sit down and, I don't know, randomly tap 5 players to go out there at any given time. They're so deep.
That is part of what makes Cody so great, is the coaching by Chris Wagner. I mean, I remember 2 years ago, everybody was saying, once this young team figures it out, they're going to be tough to beat, and sure enough, here they are.
Boy, they have blossomed. Talich with a long three that's well off the mark, but the rebound on the backside is tied up. That's Neiman, and I couldn't see who the Jackson player was that were grabbing on the loose ball. It'll be a jump ball. Jackson And more substitutions for Coach Wagner, who is more than happy to roll through probably 10 different players by the time we're done here. Lucy Webb, nice long ball to her. Webb to Holland, knocked out of bounds off Molly Hayes. But a nice job. Jackson's doing a good job breaking that pressure. Early this year, Lady Bronx just imploded whenever they saw full court pressure. They're much better now in March, breaking it. Inbounds pass to Webb over her head, and now a turnover the other way. Ellie Talich with an uncontested layup up and in. And it's 12-0 Cody Phillies. Zoe Bosch again, full court press here for Cody. We'll see how Jackson responds. Bosch going to lob another one for Lucy Webb, and that works. Webb tracks it down. Okay, whatever you got to do. Long ball pass, and Zoe Bosch showing off her arm. Little Patrick Mahomes there. And now a whistle here. That's going to be a foul on Cody. That's Molly Hayes' second in a hurry. Oh, boy. The fans might be denied a chance to see the All-State Hayes play a full game. She's got 2 here in the early going as Raina Rhodes checks in for Jackson. Mads Hollins with it now. Hands off to Lucy Webb, guarded by Molly Hayes. Webb trying to find some help. Does get it out to Zoe Bosch. Bosch bumps into Kennedy Neiman. Boy, that's a lot of contact. Refs letting it go. I love it. And now rolling around on the floor. Bosch gets it to Raina Rhodes. Rhodes working on Kennedy Neiman. She hits the deck. And Neiman standing over the top of her. No call. I think they're going to call a jump ball there. And Jessa Lynn back in the game for Kennedy Neiman. So, yeah, Chris Wagner really cycling through. Molly Hayes also going to take a break with the 2 fouls. Cody ball, they're up 12-0 here. 4:10 to go in the opening frame. Near side, Victory Buck. First look at her. Buck on the near elbow, around the rim. It's Jessa Lynn, now worked inside the paint. Back out to Lynn, back over to Reese Neiman. She'll try a 3. Good. Reese Neiman, the 5'11 senior, drills it to make it 15-0. More pressure from Cody. By the second half, they probably will back off this full court pressure. But right now, Cody, it's not that Coach Wagner taking advantage of Jackson and their ball handling. It's just Cody presses every game to start for the first half. That's just how they play. And a turnover here. I didn't see what that was, but it'll be Cody basketball. Nice spin move in the lane there. Shot no good, but a travel. I said that was a nice spin move. Maybe not that nice. Jessa Lynn. Jessa Lynn was spinning and spinning, but not dribbling and dribbling. Allison Burcham in the game now for Jackson. She hands it back to Zoe Bosch. Bosch across the line. Blows right by a couple of Phillies and now tries to get it to Holland, but cannot. Ball stolen away, and here comes Cody with another steal. Worked up ahead, far side, baseline drive, and a kick out, stolen away by Zoe Bosch. Pass intended for Jessa Lynn, but Bosch was right there for the turnover. Zoe across the line. Jackson's still looking for their first points in this one. Down 15-0. Burcham. Allison working that far side, and now she'll get a double dribble turnover there. And checking in is Harley Rommel. She'll replace Zoe Bosch. Bosch has played, if you look at total minutes, Bosch has played maybe 95% of the minutes that are possible. She has rarely come off the floor all season long. Kennedy Neiman with it now, gives it inside. Neiman kick out, baseline 3, wide open. Shot is short there by Reese Neiman, and a scramble for the rebound and a foul. So difficult to read these Phillies numbers when they're wearing their home jerseys. Reese Neiman, the senior, will trigger in with 2:53 to go here in the first. Jessa Lynn, far side, now worked into Boyson. This team moves it so quickly. Long 3 from Jessa Lynn, and she nails it. Wow. And scoring coming everywhere from the Phillies. 18-0 here with plenty of time left in the first. Allison Burcham working on Neiman. Picks up her dribbles, still trying to find something to do with it. Puts a shot up almost over the top of Reese Neiman. No good. Reese Neiman with the rebound. Works it up ahead quickly to Victory Buck. Buck to Jessalyn. Now inside, strong power move there by Boyson, who is dumped after she attempted the shot, but she's going to draw the foul and go to the line. I don't have Boyson's statistic, but she's got to be 5'11". As the guilty party was Sierra Johnson. That's her second foul. Boyson does miss that first one. She's a 60% free throw shooter, but she's missed the first of two. 18-0. Phillies here in the opening going. Boyson second. As Lucy Webb checks out, Sierra Johnson checks out for Jackson. And Boyson missed them both. Rebound, Mads Holland. And here come the Jackson Bronx, Serena Rhodes. Rhodes lost the handle momentarily, gets it back, but they got to get it across the line here. Time ticking. And a timeout by Coach Shockley. Looks a little upset that he had to burn that one, but he had to. His Lady Bronx are in all kinds of trouble getting it across the timeline. So a timeout to save his troops with 2:04 to go in the first. It's been all Cody, 18-0 so far, and really Cody doing it by committee. Molly Hayes averaging 21 points a game has been good, but 2 fouls have limited her. So it's been Jessalyn, Allie Boyson, and the Neiman sisters. Still yet to see Radakovich, and I wonder, I don't think we saw her last time we played. I think she might be hurt. I don't see, you see a 15 on the bench for Cody?
I don't see her out there at all. She might be.
I don't think she's played this second half of the season. She might be hurt. As Bosch into Rhodes.
Trying to remember if we saw her a few weeks ago when we played them back in Cody. I want to say yes, but I'm not 100% sure.
Steal by Molly Hayes, and then she fumbles it out of bounds. So Jackson ball. 1:49 to go, and we'll get our first look at Hayden Block in the game for Jackson, replacing Rayanna Rhodes. Cody backing off that pressure a little bit. Hayes will meet the ball carrier. That's Bosch at about midcourt. That's Jessalyn with the pressure. Pass there, knocked down by Kennedy Neiman. Another steal. Molly Hayes with it now, driving on Roper. Shot up and in, and an and-3 opportunity here. As she is fouled on the layup. It's going to be the first on Naomi Roper, the senior, and Hayes to the line where she converts better than 8 of 10 here. There's not many boys that do that. She nails it. 21-0.
Winner of this game will play at 4:30 tomorrow against winner of Star Valley and Kelly Walsh. Loser of this game gets the loser of that matchup at 10:30 a.m.
All right, Bosch with it now, picks up a dribble. That was Jessalyn on the reach in, along with Neiman. Could have been either one of them. Who is it? Yes, that'll be the third team foul on the Phillies, and it's going to be Jessalyn, her first. Naomi Roper with it now for Jackson. She's double team, in trouble, gets it to Holland. Mads Holland now picks up the double team, triple team, and Holland got poked in the eye. No call, and yeah, she's trying to shake that off. She took a finger in the eye.
For a second, it looked like she didn't even know where she was.
Yeah, Molly Hayes tries the lane up and in. Molly just left alone. You got to keep track of her. Quick to the rack. Yeah, Mads looks okay, just blinking a lot. Naomi Roper, double team, and as she dragged that pivot foot and commits the turnover on the travel. 23-0 Cody, and substitutions fast and furious here as Coach Shockley just trying to get all his players experience on the big floor here, under the spotlight of regionals. Get Kat Ankeny for her first action, and yeah, they're going to get Mads Holland out of there. Shockley wants to make sure she's okay. Mads pointing at her left eye where she took the finger. And Cody basketball with 45 seconds. Near side, Hayes working on Bosch. Her pass goes nowhere, but it's tracked down. No, it isn't. It looked like Buck got to it, but she stepped out of bounds, I believe. And the turnover to Jackson with 38 seconds. Inbounds to Lucy Webb. Cody backing off that pressure a little bit. Webb gives it back to Bosch. Now Lucy Webb over the line. Double team trap and threw it away. But, Bosch is there to rescue her. And now Zoe gets whacked and helped up off the floor by Jessa Lynn, who says sorry, not sorry for the foul. Jessa's second. Bosch is okay. Lucy Webb with the ball. Webb working on Jessa Lynn. Kicks it back out top of the key to Bosch. Bosch double team. Her pass tipped by Hayes and out of bounds. It'll be Jackson ball. Boy, every pass, Molly Hayes certainly in all the statistical categories. Steals is also where she leads every one of the conference. Here's Kat Ankeny for Jackson. Double team trap here and a jump ball as she's tied up along with Victory Buck, who reached in. And possession arrow favoring the Phillies now, but Jackson does flip it. And here comes Cody playing for a last shot. 7 seconds, 6, 5. Time ticking. Buck works it inside to Boyson. Turnaround, little pop shot. No good, and that'll do it. So after the first quarter of play, it's Cody 23, Jackson nothing. We'll be right back with the second quarter after these words. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio, mylocalradio.com, and the SVI Sports Network.
Live coverage of Jackson Hole High School Bronx basketball is brought to you in part by the Elk Country Inn. Coming May of 2020, the Elk Country will offer new rooms and amenities. The new expansion will bring a brand new indoor-outdoor swimming pool, indoor and outdoor spas, a new dining area with complimentary breakfast, conference facilities, and so much more. Located on Pearl Street, you'll be able to leave the car and walk to Jackson's greatest shopping, dining, entertainment, bars, and breweries. Live like a local at the new Elk Country Inn, coming this May.
You're watching and listening to live coverage of Jackson Hole High School sports on KZ95.
Well, Cody doing what they do in the early going, and the Lady Bronx just trying to hang with this team. It's like playing an all-star team. Yeah. I mean, if you went and gathered the 5 best girls in the 4A, I don't know you could play a better team than what the Phillies can put out there. It's unbelievable how good they are.
And they've been doing this year in and year out. Remember, a bunch of seniors on this team got this started. 2 years ago, they made it to the state championship game. They've done that 2 years in a row, lost to East both times. This year, it really does feel like they're on a mission to get it done this year.
I think they will. I don't know what the East has. They could compete with Cody, and Boyson's tied up here. Jump ball with Burcham. The Phillies will have Hayes around next year, but they're going to graduate the Neiman sisters. Kennedy and Reese will be gone. Allie Boyson will be gone, and so will Victory Buck and Jessa Lynn. But the way this team reloads, will they miss a beat? Long three there is short by Neiman, but the rebound to Boyson, and Cody will get another look at it. Molly Hayes with a 3. That's good. She was standing right on the line, but I guess had just enough behind the arc, and it's 26-0 here as we just underway the second. Naomi Roper with it for Jackson. Her bounce pass stolen away up and in by Kennedy Neiman. Good opportunistic job. Kennedy saw the pass coming, and the 5'11 senior just stepped in, took it away, and went in for the layup. It'll be a foul on Cody there. Allie Boyson's first, team 5th. Both teams now with 5 fouls. Naomi Roper checks out for Coach Shockley. Gets a break. Zoe Bosch picks up her dribble, looking for help. Back to Lucy Webb, and that's going to be an over and back violation as Webb came to help, but the pass found her in the back court. Can't do that. Cody Ball with a 28-0 lead. Jackson still looking for their first points. Last time these two teams met, it was quite a similar finish. I think 81-12 was the final. in that one. And that layup up and in for Cody, and it's... Well, I can't even keep up with the points. I'm a little behind on the scoreboard. There we go, 31-0. And Mads Hollins has the ball taken away. Good steal by Cody's Kennedy Neiman. That's her second steal in as many Jackson possessions. Molly Hayes drives the lane. Pop shot, 8-footer, no good. Rebound, Allie Boyson is right there with a board and bucket to make it 33-0. And Boyson's hard to handle. I don't know who matches up with her inside for Jackson. She's got a lot of length to her. Webb, nice pass to the cutting Bosch. Her shot no good, and the rebound Molly Hayes. Hayes coming the other way, feeds Boyson underneath. Beautiful pass back to Jesselyn, and that's the passing I was talking about. Boy, this team just looks for each other. You can see it.
Yeah, I mean, it comes from years of playing together. Every time I talk with Coach Wagner, he always talks about how this team is just a team that has played years together, and it shows.
Zoe Bosch is contacted there, and I believe that's on Allie. No, it's going to be Kennedy Neiman, her first. 6 fouls now on Cody, getting to that bonus, and Neiman's going to check out for Coach Wagner. Jackson basketball. Bosch looking to inbounds, running out of time here. Bounce pass to Mads Holland. Holland thought it was off Cody, and she's right, as she did not make a move to rescue that ball. She's the only one who thought it was off Cody. Now inbounds here from Bosch. That goes right to Ellie Talich, who steals it, works it over to teammate Jesselyn, and that's a perfectly executed 2-on-1 fast break to make it 37-0 now. And Coach Shockley with a timeout, and we'll take it as well. You're enjoying Bronx basketball, Jackson Hole Radio, mylocalradio.com, and the SVI Sports Network.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns, and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
This is KZ95 with live coverage of the Jackson Bronx.
Well, as the refrain of foreigners cold as ice plays here in the court, they might be talking about the Jackson Lady Bronx shooting, although they haven't really had many opportunities to get shots off. Turnovers, too many fruitless trips down the court. And Cody, what else could you say?
I mean, they're the best team in the state. I mean, I would say they're the best team regardless of class, regardless of gender. I mean, I think this Cody team could go out and beat a few boys teams. I mean, this is a very, very strong Cody team.
They're fun to watch. I mean, if you're a fan of basketball, then you're a fan of watching a team play it right, and they play basketball the right way. They're just so good, fun to watch. What a move by Zoe Bosch to put her defender in the dust, but the shot does not go. She made a nice spin move there. Here's Molly Hayes for Cody, reaching by Webb, but can't shake it loose. Jesselyn works it around the horn. This is Kennedy Neiman, or Victory Buck rather. Now baseline 3 from Hayes. That's her spot, but she can't hit it. Molly Hayes has been very human from beyond the arc so far this afternoon. The one good thing going for Jackson.
Jake, I've been really impressed with the progression of Zoe Bosch throughout the season. At the beginning of the year, you would not think she would step into the paint and try a spin move against Jackson.
She just wouldn't attempt it. You're right. And now she's got the confidence to try it, just doesn't have the finish. And then you figure next year maybe that finish is there, and we got a basketball team, you know?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the other thing is most of these kids out for Jackson, all freshmen, pretty much freshmen, sophomores. This is a JV team that really got asked to answer the call a few years early, and they've done the best they can. Yeah, the results haven't been there the way that they'd like it to be, but this is a team that success is going to come their way. And when it does, it's going to be a great moment for high school basketball in Wyoming, because everyone will remember where they started and where they're going to finish, and it's going to be much higher than where they are right now.
Molly Hayes tangled up there, went to the floor, and she's going to come out. She looks fine, but I think Coach Wagner had a nightmare scare there, like, I am not going to get Hayes hurt in this one, as she got tied up with Mads Hollins, who does draw the foul. And Elin, yeah, you're right. You know, when we started this season, there was not a single girl, and that's a nice shot there. Beautiful stroke from Victory Buck, who drains a three to make it 40-0. Not a single girl with varsity experience on this Lady Bronx team. None. No varsity experience whatsoever. All freshmen, sophomores, and kind of learning as building the plane as they fly it. That shot from Harley Rommel off the mark. Rebound goes to Ellie Talich, and it's poked out of bounds by the Lady Bronx. So Cody's ball with 4 minutes to go in the half. Cody up by 40. Cody hung 81 on Jackson the last time these two teams met, but the Lady Bronx did manage to score a dozen. Cross-court pass to Kennedy Neiman. Now finds Buck, works it inside. Boyson kicks it back out to Victory, and then around the horn they go. The Neimans to Kennedy Neiman. Back to, nice drive there by Kennedy Neiman as she draws contact on the way there, as her layup won't go, but that was a pro Euro step if there ever was one. She'll go to the line. I think that's Kennedy. Boy, it's so hard.
It is tough to tell.
Kennedy's going to come over here and talk to Coach Wagner, so it can't be her.
Is that Reese then?
It's not Reese
15.
either. It might be, there's our Radakovich. There's Sophie. Sophia Radakovich. Good to see her in there. She misses the first one, by the way. It was a heck of a move by Radakovich, who hasn't got a lot of playing time for Cody, but boy, she's another girl with good size, good length. She missed them both, but a lane violation will give her a third try as Ankeny checks in now for Jackson, replacing Sierra Johnson.
And she's another one of those Cody players. I mean, she's young. She's only a sophomore, so she's going to be contributing for a long time.
Yeah, they have her listed at 5'9", but she looks taller than that. Rhodes with it. She missed all the free throws, by the way, did Radakovich. Jackson ball, Zoe Bosch over to Rhodes. Rhodes back out to Zoe, top of the key. Bosch waiting for everybody to reset. Now fires in the elbow here to Holland, now to Rhodes. Rhodes walks it out to the top to Harley Rommel. Rommel in a little trouble with Victory Buck on her to Rhodes. Now on the far side of Kat Ankeny. Back to Rhodes. Good defense here by Cody. They're just all over these Lady Bronx. Bounce pass inside to Bosch. She collided hard, but no foul. Going the other way is Ellie Talich. Her layup won't go, and now a loose ball. And possibly a foul here. Boy, Zoe really collided with, I think, Kennedy Neiman. I've seen Zoe take so many hits this year. I don't know how she keeps getting up. Jackson ball, 2:42 to go here in the first half. 40-0 Phillies.
Of course, Talich only a freshman for Cody, so she's another one that better get used to.
Yeah, she looks really good already. Hayden Block lost the basketball there, tipped away and stolen by Cody. Victory Buck up to Kennedy Neiman. Kennedy to Radakovich, who finishes. Nice points in the paint there. A little 8-foot shot is in, and that's a ball move. It's just so quick. How do you keep track of who's got the ball when they move it that quickly? Nice reach in there and knocked away out of bounds, though. Still be Jackson ball. That's, again, Radakovich seeing good minutes, and now Sophia Radakovich will check out, and really productive minutes from her off the bench. She was impactful. Rhodes into Lucy Webb. Webb with the ball now, 2 minutes to go in the half. Lucy pulls up her dribble, looking for help. Watched closely by Jesselyn. Now gets it out to Hayden Block. Hayden, Molly Hayes on her. Hayes swiping at the ball, wants to take it, but Block will not give her the opportunity. Passes to Webb. Webb all the way here near court. Nice move by Mads Holland as the pump fake got Boyson going the wrong way, and Mads was on her way to driving the baseline, and then the whistle. and she'll go to the line. It's Boyson with her second foul. And that was all because of the pump fake. A really nice pump fake by Mads Holland put Boyson off her feet a little bit. And she had to commit the foul, but Mads misses that first free throw, and that's all she'll get there. Jackson's still looking for their first points. Jessa Lynn, top of the key to Kennedy, inside to Boyson, kick out, wide open. Lynn rattles in and out, no good. Rebound, Mads Holland. 1:20 to go. Lucy Webb with it for Jackson. Down 42-0 here with the final seconds of the second quarter. Kat Ankeny works it to Mads Holland. Holland to an open Rhodes. Holland wanted it back, but Rhodes didn't see her. Now Lucy Webb drives the lane. Kick out to Ankeny. Now into Rihanna Rhodes. She lost a handle. Molly Hayes with a steal coming the other way.
The legs back under them before they play in a semifinal tomorrow night.
Hayden Block with it now. Got a nice screen from Webb. Now Hayden double team trap. She's in trouble, and Hayes reaches in to tie her up. That's a jump ball, but it'll be Jackson ball. 25 seconds to go in a half. It's been all Cody as we thought it might be. Bosch and Burcham check in for Block and Holland for Jackson. Inbounds pass coming here from Zoe Bosch. She takes a look. Bounce pass into Rhodes. Never got there. Molly Hayes stole it away. Hayes looks up at the clock, then looks up at a cutter, and it's Kennedy Neiman. Molly Hayes had time to look at the clock, then look for someone to pass to, and just floated a beauty to Kennedy Neiman, who finished. 46-0. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Bosch dribbles it off her own leg, tracks it down. Now to Burcham. Got to put up a shot here, and Allison Burcham's shot is partially blocked by Reese Neiman, and that's how the half will end. All Cody all the time, and I'm taking a look at Coach Shockley, who never stops coaching, and he's talking to Allison Burcham about their last shot. You know, that's all you can do is use every moment, every opportunity to teach something to somebody.
Yep.
Because it'll pay off down the line. You're not going to beat Cody today, but you might beat him next year, and you'll beat him because you've taught some things to your kids and you showed them how to improve. And Coach Shockley using that moment when most teams would just be heading the locker room. Shockley says, hold on, here's Allison, here's what happened, and here's what we need you to do. And I want to hear more from Coach Shockley. We have more here in the halftime show to play you, some things that he talked about with this Lady Bronx team, because while the record hasn't shown that much success, they are a fun team to root for and a fun team to get behind because you see the try in a young team. We'll be right back. Halftime with the score, Cody 46, Jackson nothing. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio Network, mylocalradio.com, and the SVI Sports Network.
He runs across, goes to the red part of the section. He throws it, and he caught it, and he throws it again. He dribbles around the guy. He shoots, puts it up, and boom goes the dynamite. And the white team almost loses the ball, but then they don't. So crisis averted for the white team. Black team has it. The white team is not playing people down like they did before. Oh, it looks like they're lining up to do something. And shoots, and boom goes the dynamite. Oh, he's gonna get more than one shot. Oh, shooting again. And the dynamite does not go boom that time.
Play-by-play is hard. So is Jackson Hole Real Estate. Get a pro. McPeak Group proudly supporting the Bronx on their march toward a state championship.
Back here at the half where Cody Phillies showing off what they do. Man, they are on a march for a state title. I think coming up just that short last year has been chewing on them all last 2 years.
Yeah, the last 2 years they've been to the state championship game, and East ended that dream for the last 2 years. I mean, the first year they caught everybody by surprise, but this year, or the year before, last year, they were undefeated along with East going into the state championship
Last
game.
year was even up. You said either team could win this, and it was close for the most part. And yeah, I think this is the year of Cody for sure. This is not the year of Jackson. The Lady Broncs is looking to the future with this young team. I talked with head coach Sean Shockley before this matchup, talking about what it's like to coach this Lady Broncs team, what he's trying to accomplish. And here's what he said about at least, seeing improvement. That's one of the things that he's looking for now is just get better than you were last week, get better than you were last month. Is this Lady Broncs team better in March than they were in December? That's what Coach Shockley wants to see, is the team get better.
We are, we watch some film and we show the girls how it's the smallest things that just add up to big things. It should be a bounce pass. We make a chest pass, so it gets deflected. Right pass, wrong, right idea, wrong pass. Gets deflected, bad result. It's the right cut. And we hesitate just a second. We open up, we see it. We don't have the confidence to throw it. We wait, it gets picked off. We're going, gosh, if you just go with what's presented to you right then, we break the press and we're off to the races. It's stopping and we're not uncomfortable yet. We're showing the girls that, girls, why are we panicked and throwing the ball when they're still 5-7 feet off us? Wait, you have time. Fake a pass, see how they react, then make a pass. We show all these things that we are so close. People are in the right spots. We just don't make the right timing of the pass. We turn around, we set great screens, we do these things. Offense is open. They get to see on film. Our offense and motion offense is as good as anyone's out there. We have wide open cutters. We have wide open shots. We just don't make the pass at the right time. Or if we do get it, we don't shoot the ball. We throw the ball, and so a lot of these corrections that we need to make will not happen this year. It's just we have to improve our basketball fundamentals, and our basketball IQ and our basketball confidence, and so much of that just comes through hard work and sweat and and gaining experience. And we'll work hard in the off season, but this will be a true. I don't want to call it even a measure of our growth because Cody's phenomenal. We could play the greatest game ever, and who knows how it will end up, but it's still such an uphill battle. But, I'm just, looking forward to see how we mentally take on this challenge.
Well, the improvement is there. I've seen it. You have to be watching pretty closely, though, because it's hard to see for a team that's 0-20, a team that has scored total of 249 points all season, and for 20 games, that's not a lot. I'll tell you that.
But look at where they started. Losing to Rollins 55-14. They almost put up 20 points against Evanston last week. Yeah. They are getting better and better. And you're right. It's not coming in bunches, but it's little steps, and you're starting to see it out on the court. Again, at the beginning of the season, Zoe Bosch doesn't drive into the lane, try a spin move against, I think it was Molly Hayes who had her. She doesn't try that. She doesn't have the confidence. She doesn't have the comfort to do that. She's doing that now. Now the question is what happens during the off season? Because that's when you can really hammer in some of these points. And I think for the next few years, we're going to see improvements every year for this Phillies team.
For this Lady Broncs team.
There's Lady Broncs
team. The Phillies are going to improve, too.
Yeah. But I don't know if they can.
You're right,
tough because Jackson Broncs, Cody Broncs, then the Phillies. Anyway, for this Lady Broncs team, you're absolutely right.
Coach Shockley said he was brought to tears when he told the girls who was going to make the roster for this regional and who wasn't. He said the girls that were not on the roster to play regionals, they said, tell us when to report for practice. When are we going to start again? For the offseason, he couldn't believe it. He's like,
that's it.
We're back. We want to come back. We don't want it to be over. We want to come back to practice and keep doing it. And I asked Coach Shockley, what's your post-game, your post-weekend speech going to look like for these girls? And he may be giving it now at halftime, but he said, here's what he's going to tell his kids when this season ends.
Well, we're going to talk about where we started. The journey we've had together and the key being together. did we reach our goals? And our 3 goals were, effort, attitude, and to continue on as a family. Family life isn't perfect. There's lots of, arguments and stuff like that in the family, but, we held it together. Jake, when I cut down the regional team Saturday after the Evanston game, all those kids that I was leaving behind hugged me as a group and said, we're not ready for basketball to get over. This is coming off of losing 51 games in a row this year with the 3 programs. And those kids are saying, we're going to be there Monday. Whether you want to take us or don't take us, we're going to be in the gym, ready to work. We're not ready for it to be over. And that just, I about teared up, probably did have a couple tears in the side of my eyes as going, and this is what it's about. I mean, we have lost 51 games in a row, and they're saying, keep bringing it on. We want to keep going. We want to get better. And so I'm going to continue to build off of those words with these kids, and we're going to put it, I didn't get a job very early in the year last year. So the opportunities that they had were word of mouth. So this year, being in a program, we have a schedule of practices, scrimmages, stuff like that for them. And we're going to continue to work.
Yeah, Elin, you show me a team that keeps coming back for more like this one. I mean, resilient is all I can think of. They have not won a game at the varsity level, JV level, or freshman. No games. No wins. And by the way, there's not a single girls team in all the state, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, that has gone winless this year except for Jackson. Everyone at least has one game. And so, to keep coming back off the floor after losing, that says something. Yeah, but you got to get some kind of trophy for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think they know what the cure is. If they go work in the gym in the off season and they work on those fundamentals, they work on those things that Coach Shockley, which by the way, Coach Shockley's a 4-time state champion. Yeah. Coach Shockley knows what he's doing.
He led these girls to the last time they won a state title. He was there.
Yeah, so he knows what he's doing, and I think it's one of those deals where it's like, you know what? Listen to the man. He clearly knows what he's doing, and go work hard. Get ready for 2024, because 2024 could be a completely different story than 2023 has been.
Jesselyn with the first bucket of the second half for Cody. Naomi Roper, nice cut. We were talking about a cutter. Zoe Bosch found Roper, who lost the handle, though. And the finish still not there. Molly Hayes way underneath the basket, and I don't know how she got that shot off. Oh, my. She was almost out of bounds and made that layup off a great feed, I believe, from, I want to say it was Victory Buck who found her. No, it might have been Reese Kennedy Neiman, I think, with a beautiful pass to Molly Hayes, who was so far underneath the basket but somehow made it. Foul is on Bosch, her second, and Hayes makes it a 3-point play by converting there. And Cody off and running here in the second half, 51-0.
Over 1,000 career points for Molly Hayes.
I was going to
only a junior. I was there that night.
I thought she had hit the 1,000 mark, but I couldn't remember.
She did against Evanston.
Oh, my.
So it was
unbelievable as a junior.
Yeah, as a junior. So she's still got one more year, and if she wins the state championship this year, she could go get a second one next year. It's going to be really, really exciting to see how this playoffs plays out for her and how next year's team plays out, because they do lose a lot. You go through that lineup, and there are a few seniors that you're going to lose. You're going to lose Victory Buck. You're going to lose Jesselyn, but they're going to reload, and they're going to be just fine next year.
Zoe Bosch with the first points for Jackson. Beautiful. Sierra Johnson on the assist, and Bosch gives the Lady Bronx their first points. Now a takeaway. Mads Hollins grabbed the loose change as Boyson lost the handle. And Jackson with the turnover off their first 2 points of the game. We'll see if they can keep it up. Molly Hayes watching Zoe Bosch, who gives it to Rhodes. Now far side to Roper. Naomi Roper pulls up a dribble, finds Rhodes open. Her shot. Go! Ritter Rhodes!
How about that a 4-0 run for Jackson? And the way they're exploding, the way they're rooting on each other, that is just infectious here in this building.
Good ball movement. Kennedy works it inside to Boyson. Back out to Kennedy. Reese gets it to Kennedy Neiman. And now the drive by Molly Hayes. That shot no good, but a backdoor rebound by Allie Boyson, who went unnoticed there. Nobody blocked her out, and she puts it back up and in. 53-4 with 5 minutes to go in the third. Jackson with their first points of the game. Back-to-back trips. Can they do it again? Third time, and Bosch ties up with Molly Hayes, and she refuses to hand up. That's twice now those two have tied up, I've noticed. And Zoe has not been real happy about it. She ripped the ball away from Molly Hayes on the last tie-up, and on that one, Molly said, let me give a hand up, and Zoe just went the other way. Bosch has had it this season, I'll tell you that. It's not you, Molly, it's the season, and Zoe is done with it. So don't bother with the hand up. There's Molly Hayes with a long three, or sorry, that's Kennedy Neiman that won't go. And the scramble for the rebound results in a foul, and I think that's Sierra Johnson who came up. No, it's going to be on Cody. Johnson was in the bottom of the pile, and that was
Shelton. It looks like Callie Shelton picked up the foul.
Shelton's second. I don't know if she's been on the floor enough to get to. I don't know if that's correct, but maybe. Jackson with the ball. Zoe Bosch watched closely here by Victory Buck. Does get it to Raina Rhodes. Raina loses the ball. Loose ball picked up by Cody. Coming the other way, it's Ellie Talich. Talich driving opposite side layup. No good, but she will draw the foul on Sierra Johnson. With the block, it'll send Talich to the line. 44% free throw shooter. That's the third foul on Johnson, who is a freshman. And assuming she wants back into this, we'll have 3 more years at the varsity level as Talich makes the first. 54-4, running clock now. As Roper checks out, Lucy Webb is in for Coach Shockley and the Lady Bronx. Second one coming here from Talich. Ellie, deep knee bend, puts it up, good. 55-4, Cody up.
The silver lining for Jackson tomorrow is that, Jake, let's be honest, the degree of difficulty cannot get any more difficult than what they have experienced here today. Coach Shockley called Cody one of the best teams of all time.
Yeah, oh, nice. Raina Rhodes open. She has a big smile on her face, and you should, Raina. Beautiful backdoor cut. Rhodes put it up and in, and she'll get a chance to make it a 3-point play. Our first look at Sydney Simone as she checks in for Coach Wagner, replacing Reese Neiman. And we'll see if Rhodes can make it a 3-point play here. She's a 17% free throw shooter. Worse on the team, and off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound Cody. It's going to be Talich. Flicks it up ahead to Victory Buck. Inside to Boyson. Spin move. Shot up. No good. Sorry, that was Reese. Sorry, that was Kennedy Neiman. And now a whistle here and another foul on Jackson.
Back to the Rhodes and one. What was really impressive, that is another thing that Jackson would not have done at the beginning of the season. You don't see Raina Rhodes, a junior, drive in on the paint and draw the and one at the beginning of the year.
Rhodes is not the tallest girl. There really isn't a tall girl on the Bronx, but of all the Lady Bronx, I'll tell you, Rhodes is the most likely now, late in the season, to go into traffic. She is not afraid to cut baseline or get into the paint where the bigs live. And you'll often find Raina Rhodes there, and she can't weigh more than 90 pounds, if that. But she gets into traffic. She tried to make herself available there, but the pass from Bosch is picked off. Here come the Phillies. And they work it around the rim. Long three there is good. What a stroke from Victory Buck. Coach Shockley just noticed that Buck, the senior, averages 9 points a game and kind of lives in the shadow of Hayes, but she has got a real nice stroke from beyond the arc. Down under 30 seconds now in the third. 59-6 Phillies. Kat Ankeny needs some help. Yells out to her teammates, come to the ball, please. And then she's finally tied up there on a jump ball with Kennedy Neiman. And that's a turnover on the possession arrow, but yeah, Ankeny was in trouble. That's another thing that Jackson's working on, is helping the ball carrier come back to the ball and help out as the running clock is going to tick away here. That'll do it for the third. So 3 quarters in the book. Is there any volume control on that buzzer is what we need to ask the scores table. After 3, it's Cody 59, Jackson 6, coming right back with the fourth quarter on the home of the Bronx, Jackson Hole Radio, the SVI Sports Network, and mylocalradio.com.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns, and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
This is KZ95 with live coverage of the Jackson Bronx.
Well, we're back, fourth quarter. Cody Phillies, and yeah, Coach Shockley
having a good time in there, it looks like.
Yeah, he's having fun, and he said, and I kind of feel the same way, it's just a privilege to share the floor with a team like Cody. And I don't want to sound like Cole over there for Cody Radio, but I enjoy watching good basketball, and the Phillies play some good basketball. Jackson, though, with a little bit of an answer, has put up 6. They had that 4-0 run that had everybody jumping around on the bench, and it's Jackson ball to start the fourth. Zoe Bosch will inbounds at the half-court stripe, hits in the backcourt to Webb and gets it right back. Bosch working it carefully, working on Victory Buck. Buck reach, no, that's not Buck, that's, Jessalyn. Driving the lane, shot no good, but a foul, and that's going to be on the Phillies, sending Bosch to the line. Zoe, a 51% free throw shooter. The foul is on Sydney Simone, the freshman. As Bosch eyes it, fires it, and can't get it to go off the back of the iron. Naomi Roper, the senior, checks back in for Raina Rhodes, who gets a good hand from her teammates, working her way down the line. And here comes the second from Zoe Bosch. Statistically should get this one, but can't get it to go. And the rebound, Cody. It's going to be Jordan Schumard with the rebound. Starting to see Coach Wagner work down the bench. Schumard's first action. Shaken away from trouble there is Ellie Talich, works at top of the key to Sydney Simone, now to Schumard. Schumard hands off to Gracie Buck. Gracie, I would assume, related to Victory. Pass inside, never got there. Good steal as it went off the hands of Boyson and into the hands of the Lady Bronx. Zoe Bosch with it now. Running clock, under 7 to go. Bosch with a good left-hand runner, but it won't go. I don't think she's a left-hander, but shot just short. Cody with it now. 59-6 Phillies with a big lead. Talich whips it around to Schumard. Now hands off to Gracie Buck. Gracie contacted by Roper. She tried to turn the other way, and right there was Lucy Webb. Says, I'll take that from you. Lucy, little jump shot. That's blocked by Schumard and out of bounds.
Jake, keep this in mind. A lot of freshmen and sophomores on the Jackson team, correct?
Yeah.
Right now, you got a lot of Cody freshmen and sophomores on the floor, and when you put them with kids around their own age,
more even,
it's a little bit more even, and that could be what we see in the next couple years with Lady Bronx basketball.
Bosch's shot goes off the glass, off the iron, no good. Schumard pulls down the board, and here comes the Phillies. And yes, it looked a little more even when you got 15-year-olds on 15-year-olds rather than 17. The difference between a 17-year-old and a 15-year-old is huge at this level.
A difference between a sophomore and a junior. I mean, that summer, that is a huge difference. That's when you kind of go from kid to young adult, and it's I mean, it definitely, like, you see this now. You see a more even matchup happening, and it's interesting to watch for the future. Great steal.
Schumar gave it away to Kat Ankeny. Steals it away for Jackson. A lot more even. Credit Coach Wagner for working deep into the bench here. And Hayden Block puts up a three. Just missed. Rattled in and out. And the rebound goes to Ellie Talich, who brings up the Cody offense. They set things up, working it near side to Sydney Simone. Simone puts a move on Bosch. Bosch reaches in, and I think she's going to be guilty of slapping there. We'll see. Zoe that'll be her fourth if it is her. No, her third, sorry. It is Bosch. Cody ball. Schumard gets it into. Shot no good. Who is that? Is that
Block? Got in there.
Sophie Radakovich back in there. Yeah, block on Radakovich. Jackson ball, Hayden Block, and Zoe Bosch play pitch and catch in the backcourt. Here comes Zoe. 4 minutes and clock running. Jackson down 59-6. Bosch working on Talich. Spins her around. Now kick out. Block will try a three. That's off the back of the iron. Too strong. No good. Rebound Cody. Ellie Talich with it now. The freshman of the future of these Phillies. Talich to Sydney Simone. Nice spin move on Zoe Bosch. Kick out Schumard. Schumard far side to Gracie Buck. Back to Schumard. Schumard watched by Ankeny. Hands off to Buck. Gracie gives it to Sydney Simone. Drives the right block. Up and no good. Rebound Holland. Pulls it down for the Lady Bronx. 3.5 left in the fourth. Bosch across the line. Lady Bronx at least will better their effort against Cody this time out. Last time these two teams met in regulation, the final was Cody 81, Jackson 12. Things looking a little tighter this time around, and now what happened there, Eva?
Backcourt violation on Jackson, so.
Cody ball, it'll be inbounds on that far side by Gracie Buck, the 5'9" sophomore. Gracie works it to Talich to Schumard here on the near side. Schumard into that's Talich. Now kick out to Sydney Simone. She'll try a three, no good, but Schumard there on the backdoor rebound. Cody resets, we'll get another try at it. Inside pass to Radakovich. Boy, that's pretty. Wow. And I don't know where Sophia Radakovich has been all season, but
well, she's only a sophomore. They could be intentionally kind of
bringing her along slowly.
Yeah, I mean, because you've got that type of natural skill.
Yeah, that was a real power forward post up, stolen away here by Cody, and it's Radakovich again, up and in, and we'll just all sit and watch Sophia play a little basketball, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, she'll be a contributing piece to the Phillies next year. You can almost bet on that, as she has played beautifully in this time that she's been given.
Timeout on the floor called by Coach Shockley of the Lady Bronx with 2:05 to go, and talking things over. Yeah, Coach Wagner is sitting in the catbird seat right now with the team he's got, and he may graduate 4 good ones with Jessa Lynn, Victory Buck, and the Neiman girls, along with Ellie Boyson. So 5 of their real strong players will be gone, but Hayes will be back, and then we get looks at freshmen like Talich, sophomores like Radakovich, and you wonder, can Cody just reload forever like they do in football?
Yeah. I mean, maybe. Well, they also made it to the state championship game in volleyball as well.
Is that right?
Yeah, they lost to Kelly Walsh, but it was a very exciting match. But yeah, it's just Cody has just got something going on right now. And
what are they feeding those kids in Park County? Both teams back on the floor. Final 2:05, running clock. Jackson down big and just want to get points here. Rihanna Rhodes chucks one to Allison Burcham, but that way too tall for Burcham. Out of bounds. Talich flicks it into Sydney Simone. Simone brings it up court. She's a freshman, by the way. Simone back to Schumard. Schumard hands off to Talich. Watched by Block. Over to Sydney Simone, top of the key. Simone inside to Radakovic, who gets it over to Gracie Buck on that far side. Buck drives into the paint. Almost lost that pivot foot.
Nice job by Buck to hold that pivot foot right there on the free throw line.
All her momentum was going. She just did drag that foot. Simone in trouble here. Finds an open Talich. Ellie holds the ball overhead now. Blows right past Block. Up and can't get the shot to go. And a fight for the rebound goes into the hands of Harley Rommel, who gives it to Rihanna Rhodes. Rihanna Rhodes with a minute to play. Back to Rommel. Rommel takes a shot. Just misses. Rattles in and out. Simone on the backside. Rebound for Cody. Down to the final 60 seconds. Spin move by Simone. Rihanna Rhodes in her back pocket. All the way in the lanes. Simone did that all by herself. Oh, man. Just worked her way to the basket. Missed the shot. Got her own rebound and put that in. Sydney Simone showing us something.
Here's the good news for Jackson. A lot of the things they're doing, it's the right decision. It's just the execution on the play itself. If you can polish up that execution, you're going to be all right.
Schumard and Burcham both hit the floor, and that's a tie-up. And the possession arrow will give Hayden Block a chance to trigger in for Jackson. Block bounce pass into Rhodes. Her shot no good, but she gets fouled and will head to the line. It's on Talich, I believe. No, they're holding up the number 2, Gracie Buck, her first. And Rhodes to the line, and this is how we'll end it with the running clock as Reyna puts up the first one. That's too short. She's got to hurry here to get the second. Are they going to give it to her?
They stop the clock at .5.
Oh, okay. They do. Rhodes can't get that, and so Harley Rommel come up and tell Reyna that's all right. We're good. You see Zoe Bosch down there. Check out these. Video is priceless. Zoe Bosch just holding the face of Reyna Rhodes. I think she's one of the team favorites. All the girls seem to love Rihanna. And yeah, that's the way this one will end, kind of like we thought, but we thought Cody would dominate on the scoreboard, but I knew the Lady Bronx would dominate in resilience. This team just keeps getting up as they shake hands with a team that could be a state title winner. We'll have to see. We'll be back one last time with the postgame show for these girls right after this. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on KZ95, Jackson Hole Radio, BuyLocalRadio.com, and the SVI Sports Network.
Hey, I'm Allie Lane from Jackson Hole Young Life. Do you remember what it's like to be a teenager? It can be really tough trying to navigate sports, academics, relationships with family and friends, not to mention the added stress of social media, phones, and screen time. Young Life believes that every teen deserves to know that they are loved and their story matters. Young Life leaders enter the world of teens, focusing on what matters to them: fun, adventure, friendship, and a sense of significance. If you love teenagers as much as we do, there's more info at our website, jacksonhole.younglife.org, to learn more.
Now this one a final. Cody 65, Jackson 6. And just little baby steps for the Lady Bronx, improving, getting better. That was better than the last time these two teams met. For Cody, it's a tune-up. I mean, they look like a team on a mission, and nothing short of a state championship is going to work for the Phillies this year. They look strong.
Yeah, now they've got one down, one to go, and they can punch their ticket officially for Casper, which that's been the goal for this team all along.
Yeah. Well, that'll do it for us. We don't have any stats, and it's probably better so, because they would look very one-sided. But Molly Hayes, pretty good game from her. All the girls really on the Cody side. And I love my girls. Jackson Lady Bronx, from Zoe to Lucy to Rhea, they all came to play, and they'll come to play tomorrow. You know that. Thank you so much to Elon Olive on loan from Evanston and the MyLocalRadio.com group. For Jackson Hole Radio, I'm Jake Nichols, and this action brought to you by Young Life at Jackson Hole, Jackson Lumber, the McPeak Group, Town Square Inns of Jackson Hole. And you've got Jesse Lynn. What do you... What's your peoples over there that are helping, helping us out?
Lind, from
Jesse
Smith
Lind.
Bits.
Thank you. All the people that make high school sports happen. Can't thank you enough. From Afton, Wyoming, good afternoon for now. We'll see you down the road.